Alright, welcome to another video, and in today's video, everybody knows that there are a whole bunch of skins in Piggy. And these skins are just characters in the game that Minitoon decided to add that you can play as in certain game modes. You can play as Piggy, Mother, and countless amount of skins in the game. But there are some skins that are not in the game yet, or there are some characters that are not in the game yet, that I believe I should bring to your attention. Some of these are from Decay, some of these are from Book 2, some of these are from Book 1, so I gathered a whole bunch of characters from Piggy that I think would make good and fun skins, and because of the last few updates being to Piggy adding a whole bunch of skins, I think the community will really like this. So without further ado, let's get some music playing and let's get on with the video. So, the first character I'm going to talk about in the Piggy storyline, which plays a gigantic part in Piggy, is without a doubt the Baron skin. Now, there are multiple versions of this character because this character plays such a big part in the storyline. He actually is the one to blow us out of the safe place with his bazooka, which is actually one of the 3 versions we'll talk about in today. So not only does Baron himself consume the first 3 out of 32 characters on this list, he is also one of the coolest characters here. Now, just like Tyree and Pandy, Baron is going to have a Book 1 version. It's going to be pretty much irrelevant to anything we've seen in the storyline because we've never seen Book 1 Tigray or Book 1 Pandy at all in the storyline. So it'll just be maybe different color shirt, something like that, added to Book 1. Then, of course, Baron uniform added to Book 2. This would just be Baron's version that was in Refinery with his axe, but of course with different colored eyes to whatever matches his personality. And that's pretty much going to be it for the Baron uniform skin. But of course, just like Pandy and Tigray have their TSP alternates, Baron is going to have a Baron TSP alternate, which is going to be his Book 2 safe place version, where he has the bazooka instead of having the axe. Now, this would just be like Delta, which I'm pretty sure people would like this idea because it would give you like multiple different Barons to choose from. And also a brand new character in the game they can play as. So it's fun. Now, the 4th character on this list is going to be Polly Taser. Now, you may be wondering, what is a Polly Taser? Polly was a skin that got added to the game back in 2020 and was a quest to do in the mall that was a jailbreak and Piggy collab, and the reward was Polly. And this was the first ever quest skin, quest skin to be added into the game. And at the moment, I don't think Polly has an alternate skin. But Polly Taser is literally just the Polly skin. But in Heist, Polly is running around and chasing us with a taser instead of a police bat. I have no idea what to call that. But yeah, That's Polly Taser skin. Then there's the 5th character on this list, which is also Polly, which is the Taser alternate. Just like Baron has the TSP alternate. This is the Taser alternate. Well, this is just a character from Refinery, basically decaying infected, but Polly. Okay, cool. Now, the 6th skin on this list is going to be yet another alternate skin. Now, this is the decaying infected. Yes, I did type all these into the computer and are reading them out to you. That's why I have to change that. Maybe for later. But the decaying infected apparition skin. Now this is the decaying infected, but an apparition. If you're wondering what does that have to do with Piggy's storyline, then you mustn't have seen Decay Delirium. A big part of Decay Delirium was going through a playground and escaping these apparition shadow things, which everybody wanted as a skin. At the end of the season in Piggy that came along with Decay, though, none of the skins were actually the apparition skin. So, of course, everybody wanted to skin into the game. And it'd still be cool if it was in the game. It will work just like the decaying infected skin. Only instead of being like decaying infected, it would be maybe a decaying apparition. And the next skin on this list, which is the 7th skin on this list, is Twisted Bonnet. Now, I know Minitoon said that the animations would be maybe impossible to do or something like that, but it doesn't stop me from putting it on this list. Maybe he could change the animations to where they're not that complex. That way it won't be as impossible. Okay, moving on. The next skin on this list is pretty interesting because there's a lot of ways to work this skin into being a skin because its current version couldn't really be a skin. Now, this character that I'm talking about is the 8th character on this list, which is the Bunny Doll alternate. This is the bunny character that we see in Delirium in the mansion, Bunny's house, that is sitting on the chair in the reading room and disappears. Why did I decide to record this video at 11 o'clock at Halloween? And this character, it's so small, it could literally not be a skin at its current size. Okay? Maybe if it was enlarged, that's why I said it has so much potential to be anything. Because this could be enlarged, like big, or y'all could just do it normal Piggy skin size, whatever you want. But the skin is so small, it could literally be a crawling trap. Oh, sorry. And it would fit too. And a cool addition to the skin could be that just like when you're in the reading room in Decay Delirium, you know how it's always looking at you? That could be a cool addition to the skin. Yeah. Cool. Next characters on this list is going to be the 9th character on this list, which is the Daisy Soldier. Now, some people were saying that the bunny from Breakout was Danny instead of Daisy, but I highly doubt it. unless you're able to find something with their hands, something like that. I don't believe that. Okay, the lore says Daisy went out to be a military. Why wasn't she the one that Tiger was thinking about? And if so, why did we get so little information about what Daisy's doing now? Everybody assumed she's laying down like one of the camp military soldiers on the ground next to one of the big tent forts and just infected. That's what everybody assumes. Because I can't help but have that picture in my mind. And to that I say, please shut up. Like we have no idea what happened to her. And now you're putting nightmares in my brain by putting those images on in front of me. Please stop. But anyway, moving on to the 10th, 11th, and 12th. I was going to get to this. I actually have an idea to not have the Kenneth skin be an alternate of Archie. Why would we do that? That means that if we wanted the other crewmates on the ship to be a skin, we would have to add other alternates. And then if we want to add other alternates to actual Archie, because Bobby and Pepper are completely different skins. And if we wanted to add other alternates to Archie, after adding all these crewmates and being fair and adding them all, we would have too many alternates. But seriously. Why? Huh? Why? Huh? Why? Huh? Why? Huh? But anyways, yeah. My idea for this skin, I took way too long for this skin, is crewmate skin. The crewmate skin has 3 alternate skins. The crewmate skin has 1 skin, which is Kenneth, then Bobby, then Pepper. There's not a specific main character for the skin. Like if we added them all as Archie, the main character for that skin would have been Archie. There's no main character for this. There's just crewmate. They're all crewmates. No reason to put one first, buddy bucko. And now for the 13, 14, 15, and 16th skins, which is the same thing as crewmate. It's just military soldier, Ben, Eloise, Porter, Mary. The camp soldiers. Now we are out of the section. Now it's time for the other skins that are not just alternate skins like camp and stuff like that. Now we're back. And we're dark colored. Because the next skin is the 17th skin, and it's Ghost Bunny. Everybody remembers when Outpost was released, and everybody was like, "Ooh, scary Bunny. Ooh, is Bunny dead now?" And everybody was glitching over there. Remember that? Yeah. Add this as a skin, please. Now we got next 2 skins are other alternates. Ombre Red, Ombre Purple. Yeah, I'm not spending too much time on these anyway. The skin is the 20th skin on this list, and then it's Sergeant Monroe. Everybody wants the skin in the game. It's a decent skin that plays a big part in the actual storyline. Now, 21st skin has nothing to do with the actual storyline, to my knowledge. This skin is memory alternate glitchy. I don't know. Maybe it's some alternate universe. I have no idea. Philip. Laveo. Old Man Eddie. Peyton. Finley. The hosts. AKA William, DJ, and Sabrina. And did I just say William was a host? I said that on accident. I apologize. I meant Old Man Eddie, Peyton, Finley, William, the host, DJ Sabrina Russo. I read that wrong. And to the 31st and 32nd and last characters on this list. And the recording I'm using for the background ran out. That's a sign that I really need to get off.
Oh.
And the 31st is Gertie.
White
2D.
and clowny female.
This skin is just Gertie, but in 2D form, which I'm pretty sure was the Piggy for one of the April Fool's Day. This could be added as a separate skin, and we could just have a Piggy XD be the Piggy skin.
Carnival.
Actually, no, because that's a secret skin.
And I believe sewers were probably not even
add some goofy new character that you know you're not going to add back into the game, and you know people are not going to ask you to add that back into the game. Add Gertie 2D. I don't know how this skin will work, because every April Fool's, you would still be able to play with the skin. Play with the skin if you didn't have it on April Fool's.
So
if you didn't have the skin, you would still be able to play with it.
The second set.
That's the same for the 32nd character here.
We could have done Carnival multiplayer. Either way works.
If you didn't have the skin, and you could just play as it in April Fool's Day. But if you didn't have April Fool's skin, you could just play as it. Alright, y'all are confusing me. Goodbye.